Okay, good evening. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome to tonight's live channeling session. So just give me a minute. I'm just going to double check I'm streaming properly because I'm streaming to Facebook and YouTube. So I just want to make sure it's connecting. So if you're watching the replay, this is a little annoying when you're waiting for someone to start. So just take the opportunity to take a couple of breaths, get yourself settled in, as I have some very powerful messages coming your way. I just want to double check everything is the way it should be. Feel free to comment below, say hello if you're joining me live. Hello, Tracy. Hello, Wisteria. Yeah, you made it. You made it. Thank you for being here. Okay, let me just double check. Okay, so you guys can hear me and see me. Good, good. Let's see. Because I usually do these inside my private group, but I'm on my private page. Yes. Okay. Good. We are streaming. Okay, so I'm very excited about this. Yeah, just excited. Some messages wanting to come through. There's a lot going on right now, a lot of energies coming up. So we're going to have just a great, powerful space to go into this. So growing pains. I've said growing pains, magic, because you can be having both of these. Hey, Tracy, you could be having both of these or one of these or flitting between them, and also breaking out of the box, which is the energy that currently is coming up really, really big and strong for many. And it's a very exciting slash challenging time. So you may be experiencing this in all different ways. So let me know how you are feeling right now as you're watching this now live or on the replay. And also, I'll just do a quick intro because I know some people have joined my space and have never tuned in before. But hey, Jody, hello. So as I'm going to sort of channel through the messages, I'll explain in a minute who I'm actually channeling in case any of you don't know. And also, if you would like a direct channeled message, you guys from my private group know how this goes. So pop comment below if you'd like me if you would like to receive a direct message. So how this works is I will channel, I'm always channeling through as I'm talking, and you're free to receive any message I share. Often the messages I share are for the collective anyway, so you can absolutely take any message that you hear. Hi Lisa, hi Darlene, hi Sam, it's so good to have you here. You can take any message that you hear. If you resonate with it, it's probably meant for you. Most likely it's meant for you. But also if you would like direct message, I just need your permission. So just pop comment below and just give me a one-liner of what's going on or what you'd like some sort of guidance on, because we want to get a little bit specific today. So yes, I shall make my way through. So before I dive in, just take a lovely breath and just give yourself this space. So for those of you, I know some of you are seasoned, you've tuned into me before. For those of you lovely souls who maybe haven't, or you don't know who I am, my name is Marie Fleming Grant, and you're welcome to my page, my profile. I know some of you are tuning into YouTube as well. And basically I am a channel, an activator, mentor, transformational guide. I don't know. I'm not great with labels. That's as good as I can describe it. But really what I'm all about is the transformation, the inner and outer transformation in people's lives, businesses, whichever area. And usually the areas that I typically draw people in is around health, wealth, relationships, creativity, and business. Those are my areas that I've massively worked on in my own life. So I typically attract people in, and I work with people in different ways on those areas, and it's all around the inner game. So I created my whole business around this, the Awake Revolution, and we're very much in a revolution right now, right? So we are, we're going through a revolution on a collective, amazing scale right now. And I know some of you who've connected with me in the last 2 years have come through some of the messages. I was a little bit outspoken back in 2020 about all the world unfolding, but I really feel that we're going through a revolution of minds, hearts, souls, and there is so much good that we are going through. So I know that if you are struggling right now, if you're finding yourself going through some very tricky energy, this is okay and you are in the right place. Equally, if you're feeling magical and expansive and elevated, you are also in the right place, because there is room for all of these energies. And I myself, I'm always flitting in and out. So I'm very in tune and in touch with that. on a very human level, even though I channel my amazing team as well. So that's a little bit about me. So feel free also to tag anyone that you know would like to receive these messages. Feel free to share this broadcast if you feel called to. Yeah, and yeah, it's here for everyone. So I wanted to just open up this space. Yeah, so I can see some of you are saying you'd like message. Yeah, I'll get into that in just a few moments. I'll just channel through some general ones first. So Tracy, yep, Tracy. Oh, Suzanne, yep, Darlene, just seeing and hearing you is making me cry with relief, my friend. Oh, you're so welcome. I know you commented somewhere on one of my posts that yeah, some stuff's coming up for you. So glad that you're here, because let's just quickly talk about hi Jan, hi Arlene. Yes, keep your comments coming and I'll go through all of them. Hello, Wisteria. Yes, you made it as well. Yeah, great. So I shall, yep, I'll check that. So let me just quickly explain who I'm channeling, just for those of you who don't know, you've never tuned in. And also those, maybe you've known me for a while and it's like, what the hell? You're channeling? What is this all about? Hello, Brett. Howdy from Texas. Yes, you're here. You made it. All my lovely people. Yeah. So just so you know, I usually do these types of channeling sessions in my private Facebook group. So if you're watching this and you'd like to join, we do it usually a couple of times a month. And I just get straight into it in there because I don't need to do the introduction or explain anything. So if you want to join, come and join us. It's the Awake Revolution Soul Team on Facebook. You're absolutely welcome, because we do a lot in there. I've got a lot of you lovely lot on here now. So quick reference then to who am I channeling? Who am I channeling? So I'm channeling, my channel is open now, and I get the privilege and honor to channel my amazing divine soul team, and they are made up of the high angelic realm, which are the beautiful beings. And I guess we're more familiar with that energy. A lot of us have heard of angels, we've heard of that energy, and it's typically that beautiful, soft, angelic, very high frequency energies, which just feel so beautiful. And when they come in and they flow through my messages anyway, this is what gives you this sense of, usually when you tune into these transmissions, just a kind of a sense of relief, and a sense of light. And a lot of people feel maybe reassured and comforted by this energy. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy. And then the other side of what I channel is my beautiful higher dimensional beings, the High Arcturian Council. And I am an Arcturian starseed, so that's kind of my personal connection to the Arcturians, which I only tapped into last year. So really, this is fairly recent for me, which is really funny, because when I kind of activated into my remembrance, my soul gifts, my true kind of channeling abilities, it was as if I'd always done it my whole life. So it's very familiar. But those beings, they are beautiful, high vibrational, high frequency, energetic beings. They are filled with so much love for humanity. They simply want to help you shift. They want to help you release any heaviness. They want to help you step into your true power, and they are so here for humanity as a whole. So I'm absolutely delighted to be able to channel both those energies for us, and I do it for myself as well, and any of my clients, and any time like this, then when I tune in for the collective. So they are kind of, my channel is open, and it's not as weird as it sounds. So for those of you who haven't heard this before, one of my missions as well is to show you that it isn't as weird and woo-woo and wacky and really weird and out there as sometimes some of the spiritual communities might have led us to believe. So one of my favorite sayings is, keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground. And that's the energy I like to do these transmissions with. I hope that it's very down to earth, right? We're pulling in very high consciousness information, beautiful energies, but we can do it in a very down to earth way, because there's no good us being so transcendent and kind of floaty out there, all is well on a soul level, which it is, if we don't know how to navigate the earth plane. And the human existence is tricky sometimes, right? I have definitely gone through a very colorful life. I know many of you have. So we need to make this a little bit more practical. So that's what I'm really about. Hi, Izzy. Hi, Izzy. Yes, absolutely. So I'll work my way through these messages. So let's just start there then. So that's who I'll be channeling. So feel free to comment anything on anything I'm saying. Hope all is groovy with you. It is. It's very good. It's very good right now. I'm feeling good and excited to get to share this with all of you beautiful souls. So let's just do a quick sort of touch in then around how this is all feeling. And I'm going to go through your questions in order and just set the intention as well that when I'm on channeling for individuals, most often these messages are for the direct person, but you can also benefit. So absolutely just open your hearts and minds, receive whatever you need to hear and receive today. And that's what you'll get to receive. So just take a breath. And also with these transmissions, they work better just if you can really be here. So I invite you to be really present with this live stream or replay if you're watching the replay. Don't have me minimized and scrolling through Facebook like you can, but the way it works, because it's very activating. And as I'm speaking, the messages through my voice, they contain light codes. So light codes are really just very high frequency, like energies that come through. And what they do, they're very activating. So what that means is it's sort of giving you the exact, it could be the exact word, tone, phrase, idea, concept that you as a soul just needs to connect to and hear, and it helps to shift you. So that's why sometimes you can receive these types of transmissions and you can sort of just feel an energy shift. So they are very potent and powerful, and so are you. So if you just give yourself some space, you'll benefit the most from these live transmissions that I do, because you can just receive, okay, because they're really beautiful and potent. So I'll just flow through just a collective message first, and then we'll get into the individuals. Let's see what they want to share with you. So first of all, greetings from the High Arcturian Council. We welcome you here, and we first want to acknowledge with each of you listening just how far you've come. We know that as a higher consciousness being that you are, you all made your decisions to drop into your current human forms. We also want to honor and acknowledge all of what you have been through to get to this moment right here, right now. We know and feel that many of you are struggling. Many of you are feeling challenged right now with the shifts on the earth plane. We want you to know, first of all, that nothing is going wrong. Even if you are in a situation where your life feels like it's spiraling out into the galaxy somewhere, some of your lives are feeling unrecognizable to perhaps 2 years ago. Some of you are feeling a wrench, a pulling away, a shedding, a release of the old identities. And yes, these can feel like deep, deep growing pains. These can feel very, very challenging to your human forms. And so first, we just wish to honor and acknowledge that with you, and to reassure you that all is well. And this is just a period of time that you are moving through. Okay. And as they are speaking, the angelic realm just wish to surround this space. Now, the way this works, again, not as weird as it may sound, we're energy. So as you're hearing this live transmission, the angelic team are just surrounding me, this space, this energy field, and you in the highest vibrational golden light. Golden light is the highest vibrational light, and they're just infusing this space with it for you just to perhaps feel more soothed, more reassured, more comforted, and just almost like surrounded in like a golden blanket of pure love, pure light, not love and light in the kind of bullshit way. Like, I mean, genuinely love and light as the highest frequency, and just surrounding you with that. And even if you're watching the replay, this still applies, because energy transcends time and space. It's just the energetics around you. So they're just inviting you, as you're listening, just to take 3 breaths, just all the way in. And exhale. And just do two more wherever you are. Just breathing it in. Just allowing your nervous systems to soothe and regulate. Let's do one more. Breathing in, just a little bit more expansiveness. And just allowing your bodies, because they're saying your physical bodies, a lot of you are, there's so much cellular shifting right now. A lot of you are going through it. And even those of you who are feeling very expansive, magical, very powerful right now and on track, your bodies are still having to hold that. So it's kind of, this is universal right now. So we're just going to allow your bodies just to be supported by this golden light, and they're going to just have this in place for the duration of this transmission, with the intention that it just helps lighten your energy field. Okay, thank you. Good. All right, so let's see. Okay, they want to just, yeah, pick a dimension and meet for coffee. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what we're doing right now. They want to just dive in. Yeah, they're saying we're just going to dive into the questions, because the questions all of you are asking are so universal. All of your in kind of individuals, life and struggles and things are so universal. So by answering your questions, it helps expand for anyone that wants to tune in. Okay, let's just dive in then, because sometimes we do a few activations, they might come later. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, heavy and dense. Yeah. Okay. So, Darlene, would love a direct message. Struggling even with all my tools. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Now that's a great thing just to touch on, because another thing that I've been receiving as well is that we're finding as well that our usual go-to things maybe don't work the way that they did. So, if you had like certain strategies, daily routines, things that would pull you out, um, it might be for some of us that they don't quite have the same effect, right? So let me just channel through on that for you. Okay, all right. So for you, lovely lady, they're saying it's almost like you're being wrenched away. It's feeling quite harsh for you right now. So you're finding that you're going through a lot of uncertainty energy coming up for you right now. And it's pulling you away, right? So they're showing me, like, imagine like you're here, imagine there's two versions of you. Sometimes I get this visually, right? So they're showing me there's a version of you here, and then there's like a suit, like a skin suit. Imagine you've like unzipped like unzipped, and there might be a meme or something on this, like unzipped, and then when you kind of, the skin suit falls away, there's just this light inside of you. So this is you. Your light is being activated on a level that you've never received before. So in doing that, it's like the old version of you, and this is happening for a lot of you right now, so a lot of you will resonate with this. The old version of you is almost like you're unzipping it and taking it off like a skin, but it's feeling very uncomfortable, because partly there's a feeling of wanting to keep it. So it's very heavy. So imagine if inside, imagine me if I'd unzipped myself, like I'm wearing this mask and I'm unzipping it and I open it up and I've got all this light pouring out of me, which I have, and so do you. It's very heavy, because the more you ascend in your frequency and vibration, the more aware you are of being in this very heavy physical form. And we don't realize, we don't remember sometimes just how heavy it is down here. As a soul, we come from places that are very light. It's source. So when we come into the physical form, it's very, very heavy. It's like walking around with metal, like a metal suit, right? So this is where your heavy and dense is coming from, many of you as well. So let's just see what to do with that for you. Okay, so partly they're saying it's patience. It's just a little bit of patience is required, because you cannot speed this process. What's happening is you're shifting in your light body. It's like your light body's being turned on. So you're going to find things feeling heavy, feeling dense, feeling difficult, feeling a bit stuck and heavy. So they want you to know that this is all part of your forward movement. part of you being activated, and just they're saying with a smile, we're asking you to trust this, but we know in the human form this is difficult. We know that that's not the message that you actually want to hear, but they're saying trusting the process, because this is just a passing phase. You are not here. You don't need to identify with this as this being, this is you now, this is where you are, this is just a phase. See it as a they shared this with me earlier for someone. See it as a weather condition you're just passing through. So lots of breathing, grounding, getting into nature, all the things that you know, but doing it without an expectation of it having to fix it. So, like if you go for a walk and usually that would ground you and it doesn't quite do the job, they're saying just let it be, let it be. Because you are going through a huge transformational shift and you're just letting go of the heavy armor. Okay, so let me know how that, just scroll down and see how that feels. Yeah. And Elise is just saying patience. How much patience can one person be expected to have? I know. That's the one that I travel with. Yeah, I have trouble. Did I say travel? I travel. Yeah, I do travel with that, but I also have trouble with that. And they explain to me when I get a little bit like, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? They say to me, when you're from a different, outside of this earth plane, look, we've all, this is me, you, all of you tuning in, even if you're tuning in going, really, is this true? You're still here. This applies to you. We all come from this other consciousness. We have had other incarnations in other places, and we're very used to things working quickly. Manifestations happen quickly. We create from our thoughts, with our minds, and we can create worlds. So when we come into this place, I was going to say when we come into this dump, the earth, which is not true, because earth is beautiful as well. It has a lot of beauty. That's why we chose to come. But when we come to this place, this resort, let's call it, which maybe isn't the standard to which we would love, we get really impatient. Yeah, it doesn't happen as quickly that we want it to happen. So we have to really just kind of go with the heavier energies, which slows it all down. But it is what it is, right? So that makes sense. Let me just plug my thing in. As always. Okay. So I hope that helps, Darlene, because yeah, you're where you're supposed to be right now, which is also very, very annoying, right? And they're just saying playful energy for you, because the heavier and more dense you are, the more you're identifying with the human, the struggle. So get into play and joy. And they're saying, we know that we share this message a lot right now, because they do, but play and joy, get silly, get childlike, roll around in the mud, roll around with your dog, like whatever it takes, get silly, because that's your true nature. And when you're not in that, it's you've just come away from that. So lots of play, and see if you can get silly. Just take the weight off. Okay. All right. So you're welcome. Yeah, you described it yesterday as armor. Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, they use the exact words. Like I have no idea. They use the exact words that they know that resonate. Major changes, shedding the old, and actually chose the other day to stay in it a little longer, a few more months. Ah, love you too. I love you too. Yeah. Play is your favorite answer. Yes, it is mine too. I love it when they say that. But it's so true. It's so true, because we forget, don't we? We get super serious on our growth and development and all of this. It's like, now we get to play as well. So I'm glad that so take that. It's just that armor, right? It's going to be there. It will come off when you're ready. Okay, good. Okie dokie. And I'm sure that resonates with others as well. Definitely. Let me just take a breather. Let's see who else. Okay, Jody, lovely lady. Yes, you'd like to receive a message, please. Yes. Okay. So, okay, we'll just do general then for you, Jody. I get very pink when I channel through, because they're high vibrations. Like I go like, it gets really floaty and whew, it's like a very high vibration when you channel. Okay, Jody. Okay, let's see what they have for you right now. We're just going to kind of look at the theme of growing pains, magic, breaking out of the old box. Okay, so yes, so they're saying you straight away, you're being stretched right now. So there's some stretching going on. Like, you know, I was coming it's like very visual today. You know, like putty, like that's in the UK, that's what we call it anyway, like that silly putty, you know, that kind of stretchy, like funny stuff. I had it as a kid, right? So you just kind of you can pull it and you sort of stretch it out and you can stick it to the wall and stuff. So it's like they're showing me it's like stretchy like that. So you're being yes, you're being stretched, you're being expanded. Um, and again, it's sort of similar. It's like it can feel very expansive and magical and wonderful, but then it can feel really kind of exhausting and um wavering. Like, is can I trust it? So they're saying faith and trust for you right now, in that you don't need to always know where you're going. And again, this is very much about breaking out of the box, because the box that we've all lived in collectively for such a long time now is very linear, logical, ABC, one, two, three. We need to have a 5-year plan. I used to have a 5-year plan for my life. I certainly don't now. Who knows what's going to happen in 5 years? We're very logical and linear. So it's sort of you're being pulled out of that and being guided into faith and trust. Okay, and what they're showing me for you is that kind of analogy of you know how you want to see the path ahead of you. This is probably for most of us actually. You want to see the path ahead of you. So we're waiting for this path to reveal itself, and then we get to walk across it. And what you're being encouraged to do is have so much trust and faith right now that you put one foot out, and as you do that, they're showing me like a stepping stone will come in and hold you, and then your action is to take another step, and as you step, the stepping stone comes in underneath and it has you, so you're always being supported. It's like you're moving forward, but you're being required to move forward without any kind of like visual evidence of that it's going to be okay and this is the way. So they're saying some of that energy might, if it hasn't already come up, it may well be coming up for you. And to trust it, it's just trust and faith. And the only way to trust and have faith is to practice seeing what happens when you do take a step, because that's a whole new way of being, right? Whole new way. So let me know how that feels. Yeah. I'm doing sort of similar as well. And, you know, previously, like, as a lot of you know, I used to be the lawyer, like black and white, like 9 to 5. It was very, everything was very structured. My life, I used to have, I kid you not, I had a like a spreadsheet on my laptop, a 5-year life plan, and I planned out like everything. Of course, that didn't happen because the universe came in and swept me off my feet in the most dramatic way through all sorts of crazy challenges. But it was guiding me, and I was being guided onto my true path. So when things feel upside down or they're going wrong, they're never wrong. There's always some reason. And I want to say that to you and all of you watching. Um, it's, you know, we kind of make this into a cliche. We're starting to do that, going, "Oh, everything happens for a reason." Like, isn't that convenient? It's a truth beyond the meme or the quote on Instagram or Facebook. It really, there is always a reason for things that happen. It doesn't mean that those reasons feel good. Like, we're not going to be in denial here or be naive about it, but everything, I know that when I've gone through the real challenges in life, it has always led me to something else. You know, and a lot of us in the last couple of years have had our lives shifted. So many, I was thinking about it today, so many people in the world have had their lives turned upside down in the last couple of years, and some less so, but more, it could be more internal. So we've all had an element of being stretched and then having to be thrust into this kind of trust and faith where we don't have this concrete plan, right? So that's a big one for a lot of people. Um, yeah, so let me know how that feels for you. You feel so lonely with it all. Okay, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, this is why connecting in like here is good. You know, you're in, you know, like in my private group as well, and just connecting with anyone that you can right now that maybe just understand a little bit about it. But, you know, part of this I'm seeing as well, that there a lot of us are feeling this loneliness. And this is whether we're single or married or in a relationship, whether we've got friends or not. Um, we all have this element of feeling alone. And this is okay. And sometimes we've got to walk that path, because if we're always kind of having that void filled with like people around us, we never really allow ourselves to go so deep. So it's okay. And I want to kind of just, for any of you feeling this, it's okay. And they're also sharing it's okay to feel it. Allow yourself to feel it, because most people, what we do when we feel alone? We grab wine, and it's okay if you're doing any of this, but I'm just observing it, right? We grab wine, we grab chocolate, we grab TV, we grab going out with our friends, drinking, we grab like whatever method is to just distract ourselves from being alone. And this is how a lot of people end up in relationships that are no good for them, because they'd rather do that than be alone. So it's okay to feel alone or even lonely. It's okay. I have definitely felt that in my life, and it's always made me stronger. But what's really good is not to deny it. It's the denial of it that it squishes it down and represses it. But just acknowledge it. Like, what if we all, did that? It's like, I feel alone. I had this coming up more so last year, because I realized, like, I'm married to like my best friend, twin flame husband, like best person in the world, right? So I'm not alone, but I had feelings of like, oh, I feel a bit, had moments of feeling lonely, because also my friendships changed. I had so many changes in my friendships, and I was like, oh my God, I don't have the things that I had before in that department. So I really felt like that had been ripped away. And it's okay to feel it. So I just want to normalize that, because that's okay. We don't have to ignore that or pretend. But deep down, we are not alone, because we have our divine teams. We are all connected. I'm connected with all of you. No matter where we are in the world, we are all connected. It's like I always use these fairy lights as an analogy of like, we're all these lights right over there, connected by this string. We're individuals, but we're all connected. So if you tap into that, you're never ever truly alone. But I know on a human level it feels like that sometimes, but that's okay. That is absolutely okay. Tracy, you love that. Stepping stones. Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? I love that. So they use that quite a few times. That's come in. I think that's a beautiful way to look at it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Oh, just make sure I'm not missing any comments. Hold on. Right, let me just hold on. Let me just scroll properly. Hold on. It's easier to channel than look at technology sometimes. I find that just difficult. Okay, so Darlene, you've done you lovely lady, and Jody. Okay, to Tracy. Okay, Tracy, I'd love to know what my soul would like for me to know now, please. I love that question. Yeah, and also just on that, that is an excellent journaling prompt, because I use a very similar one. So just for all of you, this is a question that you can, because of course I can channel for you right now, but this is something that you can also do for yourself. You don't need anyone else outside of you. If you sit and you write, if you're a journaler or if you just want to meditate on it, literally I write down, soul, what do I need to know today? Or soul, what needs my attention? Or provide me with a message, and I literally just allow it to come through. So you can all do this, just practice. But let's see what yeah, so on that, okay, so they're saying your soul. So yeah, they want you to know, they will give you an answer in a second, but they first want you to know that yeah, you can, your soul is always, it's you, it's inside of you, so you get to tune into that. So you can do that, yourself. Because they're saying, the answers, you already know the answers, because your soul, all it is listening. It's tuning in and just giving yourself some space and letting it come through and trusting what comes through. But in terms of just, yeah, a message for you now, they're happy to share that with you. Let's see, hold on. Sometimes I have to get out of my own way because I'm doing a lot of talking and then looking at comments, and then it's harder for it to come through. So just give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, so they want to say, just understand right now that you can feel whatever you feel like feeling in any given moment. You can feel whatever you feel like feeling in any given moment. So They want you to get messy. It's okay to be messy and expansive and out of the box and not contained. And they're saying you can be here, there, and everywhere and all at once, and it is okay, because the earth has taught you and has conditioned many of us to kind of have our stuff together, be logical, be together, be productive, be proactive, be confident, be all of these things, like be all of these things. So they want you to know that it's permission. Can you give yourself permission to just, like an octopus is what what I'm seeing. It's like octopus with all these tentacles, and it's like, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here because I feel like it. I feel like this, and I feel like this, and you're allowed to do it all. That's what they want you to know. They're going to keep it short and sweet and simple. And the rest, they said, you absolutely use so much power to tune in and ask soul, what do I need to know? And do that on a daily basis. And any of you do that on a daily basis. But yeah, the octopus for you. You got it from, oh yeah, the message yesterday. That's right. Yeah, it was oh yeah, the soul whispers, wasn't it? Soul whisperings. Yeah, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, so that's definitely that's probably for you as well. Yeah, by the way, anyone who's on Telegram, I do little kind of magical Monday audio messages, and whenever I feel like dropping them in there. So check out, if you're any of you are on Telegram, the Awake Revolution with Marie Fleming Grant. I'm on there. You can come and join. Yeah, okay, perfect. So the octopus, just be everywhere. You can do, you can feel different things, you can be different things, you can focus on different things, you can be messy. That's just how your rhythm is, your flow, and it's okay. They want you to know. And they're saying that with love and kind of humor as well, because it's like sometimes it's disallowed. So it's okay. All right, good. I like that. That's how I feel sometimes. Okay. Oh, it's very hard to, I have to keep scrolling back up. It's very weird, this setup. Hold on. Okie dokie. Okay, so Tracy, yep. So Tracy, I'm saying, oh, you're feeling exhausted and heaviness. Yeah, okay, I think we touched on that. There's a lot going on, definitely. Oh, thank you for joining. Yeah, and also just on that, just as you're listening, Tracy, just to get into a relaxed, like, as you know, as relaxed state as possible, almost like not even trying to concentrate even on this live stream. You know, sometimes when you're tuning in, we can just lean in and trying very hard with our mind. They're saying even just if you just sit back, relax, and just kind of lighten the mind and the kind of pressure up here, and just just really allow yourself to relax and flow on that one. I know you didn't ask a proper question, but there you go. Okay, Suzanne. Yeah, let's see. So you'd like a message. Actually, if you pop in, it just kind of, it's easier because there's so many things to tune into. If you pop in, Suzanne, just quickly, is there a specific area? If you don't have a question, but you can just have like, is there a specific like, is it, what is it, like life, health, business, what is it? Are you feeling stuck? Are you feeling like, just give me like a one-liner. It will help. And anyone who wants a message, just make sure you put like a little one-liner in. I'll come back to you, lovely lady. Yeah, and Arlene, if you could do the same, just because it's very expansive. Yeah, we just want to just focus in a little bit more. Hi, Jan. Okay, so Wisteria, let's go with you next then. I'd love some guidance on all the major, huge changes going on in my family dynamics, I guess is a good way to put it, as well as any next steps, guidance that you may have come through for me, please. And thank you, lovely lady. Yes, absolutely. Our family dynamics, right? So that can be a huge area. I know a lot of people have felt massive shifts in their family dynamics. And I know you've got loads of stuff going on. So they will channel in. And as you know, by the way, if you're wanting a message but you're not sure, the way that my lovely team do it, they can deliver the message without revealing all of your details on Facebook or YouTube. So we're they'll give you the detailed whatever it is you need, but they'll do it as you hear. You know, it's quite general. There's nothing, you know, we're not going to embarrass you or give away anything really super private. If we do a one-to-one private session, then they'll go straight in and go very, very detailed. But just because we're in a public space, just so you know, because I know a couple of you might be going, I'd love a message, but I don't want them to tune into this thing that I don't want anyone to know. It's very, very it's still very private as far as we can be. But obviously be mindful that we are on Facebook and YouTube as well. There's a link up there if anyone wants a private, like a deep dive session. Okay, so let's see. Right, so you lovely lady Wisteria for your family dynamics. Okay. Okay, so first of all, they want you to commend yourself and acknowledge what you're stepping into. You've been on such a colourful journey, and so you're stepping into this new chapter. It's a new opportunity for you to, they're showing like shifting trajectories, and just starting afresh. So, okay, so the main thing for you right now is to release, and this might be a big one, release and let go of what has come before. You already know this. You already understand this. You don't have to keep hold of that. They're saying you are allowed now to put it down. Put it down. Breathe it out. Take it off your shoulders. Breathe. And just start to imagine now you're on a completely different path. It's a brand new, fresh opportunity. And they want to remind you that you are in a different place. You're on a different frequency. You're coming at this whole entire piece now with different perspectives. So just shine so much love on that for yourself and let the rest go. That's a really from really deep in your heart, just let that go. You get, and they're saying it gets to be that easy. You can just put it down. And they want to just send love around that situation for you. All right, lovely. So let me know how that feels. Yeah. Because sometimes we just carry stuff. Like it's what we do as humans. We carry it. And a lot of the times, we have this guilt. We have I don't know why we do this as humans in the human form, but we do. We feel like sometimes we feel bad or guilty as if that is helpful. We do it as if that's a helpful thing, but really it's just baggage, isn't it? It's baggage. And actually by putting down the baggage, it serves you, it serves them, it serves your loved ones, because if you're more expansive, you've got more room, right? For love, for good things to come in, and totally different. Yeah. Hi, Naya. No, you've missed 42 minutes, but you can watch the replay and you can just tune in from here. Absolutely fine. This was always going to be a big juicy one, so that's okay. Let's see. Oh, right. Let me just make sure I'm not forgetting anyone. Hold on. I'm trying to go in order. Okay, so Wisteria. So Tracy K, also because I know we've got a couple of Tracy's. So Tracy K, you said you'd love a message. Yes, absolutely. Just give me a little bit of a one line just for where do you want me to look at for you. And yeah, just so you know, if you're asking for a message, I should have said that earlier. Just give me like a one-liner. You don't need like a long, just a one-liner, like what kind of area. That resonated very well. Yeah, thank you and your team as always. Oh, I appreciate it very much. No, you're absolutely welcome. Yes, it's exciting. It's an exciting new chapter, right? For you, definitely. I love that. I love that for you. I was happy to see when you shared that in the group as well. I was like, yes, I could feel something was going on for you. I just felt like there was stuff happening. And when you said that, I was like, that makes sense. So, okay, let's see. Okay. Oh. Okay, so Jody, yeah, so you were saying you feel everywhere and nowhere, don't know where I'm meant to be putting my energy. Yeah. So did I just do your message? I think, see, this is where when I channel, it's very hard to, yeah, I did do your message, isn't it? Yeah. So kind of like, I hope that makes more sense now, just this kind of stepping stones, and replay the message if you need to, if you just kind of need to, because there is an element right now of we're not knowing everything. It's very difficult, isn't it? We just don't know. And we're so conditioned to, we need to know, we're supposed to know, we're supposed to, in high school, secondary school, right, we're taught like you need to know what you want to be when you grow up, you need to know, and you need to have a plan. So it's very conditioned. So what we're letting go of is being more in the present. And by the way, if any of you are feeling this, because this comes up a lot For me, it's come up with my clients I've worked with recently as well. Memory loss. So sometimes we're finding that you're not retaining, like retaining the same information in your mind. And the reason I got told was because we're coming again out of the breaking out of that box of like linear structured, this is how we're doing it. And we're coming into more of the present. And with Jodie's message, as we heard, stepping stones, like take the step and then it appears, take the step and then it appears. And that means that we're more in the moment. So we're not required when we rise in our frequency and vibration, we're not relying on the logic part of our brain, we're relying on our knowing. So when in our knowing in the moment, we don't need to have anything other than what we need in this moment. So sometimes we can get a little bit forgetful, or we just can't recall certain things. If that's happening for you right now, that might be why. All right, just wanted to share that because it's coming up and it's alarming some people, and it alarmed me because I have an excellent memory for things, but there were some things I was really hazy on. That's happening. So yes, right. Okay, so I asked a couple of you just to clarify, of what you wanted to message on. Okay, so Lisa, I'd love it if your guides could give me one concrete next step for me so I can get unstuck. I feel like I have a split personality, having faith in divine timing, and at the same time feeling like I'm wasting precious time. Oh God, I feel you on that. I definitely feel that. Yeah, that's such I think a lot of people feel like that, especially when you're connected in that way. It's like, all right, so show me, it's like having one foot in both. Again, it's breaking out of this box, conditioned linear stuff. So you've got a foot over here, which is like, oh, I'm connected, I know, I trust in divine timing. But then there's an element, the old part of you, other foot in that camp, where it's saying, but I'm wasting time and I'm not doing. Yeah, so let's see what they want for you, they want to share with you. I'll just take a second. Okay, so first of all, they want you to know that you cannot waste time. Wasting time is a philosophy that has been created on the earth plane to justify slave mentality, productivity, worker mentality. Wow. Okay. So this is a philosophy that's been heavily conditioned so that you are being taught most of your earth days to justify your time, justify how you spend it, and have something concrete to show for it. This is more in the energy of doing. And so, what you are being guided into, and they're saying, we hear that you want a concrete step, we'll get there. But they want you to know that you're being guided out of doing into being. It's like this battle, right? Between I need to be doing, I'm wasting time, I need to be productive. You're being moved out of that, as many of us are now, and all of you here watching, probably the same, into being. So being requires you to be in the present. It requires you to move in the direction of what you are being presented with in the moment. So for you, they're saying this is as concrete as we can get, is to encourage you to tune in the moment, start to be in the moment, and start to question yourself in the moment, and start to practice, make this a practice of, as you're moving through your day, stepping into this conscious part of you, and you simply ask a very simple question. They're just saying, keep it simple, like, what is aligned for me in this moment? To continuously ask this question, but doing it from a place of in the moment. So they want you to release that. What should I do tomorrow? What should I plan out next week, next month? They're saying there's nothing wrong with planning. But right now, if you really want to flow with where your energy and your soul is really guiding you, which your soul is very much guiding you into being the present, being the present. So they're saying, this way you are tuning into what is aligned for you in this moment. And they're saying they're also expanding this to all of you listening. You're tuning into what is required in this moment. And if you continuously do that, they want to remind you that you can never waste time. You're always doing what is required of you in this moment. And they're saying because some moments require sleep, some moments require food, some moments require doing something in your business, some moments require you want to open up a book and learn something or take action. So it's getting out of the planning phase and start to like scoop it all in into the present and keep going moment by moment by moment. They're saying this is not easy on the earth plane, but you are fully equipped. You're fully, because this is why you're feeling that kind of, it's a very uncomfortable feeling to be split like that. As you said, it's like split personality, like being split. So it's just an integration of just bringing it into the moment. And that's as practical, they're saying, as they can get for you right now, because this is just where you are. All right. Yeah. Because you have that faith, you know that there is divine timing. You've already learned that, you've already embodied that, but there's a little bit of a resistance going, oh my God, am I wasting time? But you're not. Your own. And a reminder, they're saying we're only in this now moment. Future moment doesn't exist. Tomorrow is not really real, because when we get to tomorrow, we're in the now again. When we get to next Saturday, it's now. So we only have now, now, now. So it's now moments. All right. Yeah. Okay. That's a good one, because I think so many people are feeling like that. That's coming up a lot. Naya, yes, absolutely. Yeah, okay, so you've put a message below. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Naya, where am I not tapping in? Okay, that's a great question. Where are you not tapping in? Hold on. I forget to breathe. I should have a sip between each energy. So, Naya, where are you not tapping in? I'm saying they're going to flip the question around for you. They're flipping the question on its head, and they're just reminding you that it's your mind is looking for what you haven't done. Your mind is, and again, just seeing this is like part of you kind of breaking out of that old, because this is the theme today of breaking out of the old, letting go of that old way. So your mind, logical part of your mind, they're saying, and it's just logical, it's just human, is going, where am I not doing this? Where am I not? Where am I lacking? It's like actually taking that attention off and starting to pour your energy into where you are headed, where you are feeling drawn to, because this will help you. You're in a very expansive mode. You're expanding all the time. You're stepping up and into your power on a continuous basis right now. You're on a bit of a roll with this. So it's like so as you imagine yourself like a floaty balloon, right? So you're floating up, but as you're floating up, you're looking over there going, what am I not seeing? What am I not like seeing? Right? They're kind of exaggerating it so you can see this. What am I not seeing? Oh, but you're floating over here. So you don't need to look at what are you not tapping into, because that's not even relevant for you. It's like, where are you headed? So they want you to can you allow yourself to step in, just allow and keep riding on this expansive wave that you're on, tuning into what you really desire to bring in. What do you really desire to create? Is there something that you want to create or bring in that you've been putting off? Because you get to bring it in now. You get to bring it in. If it excites and delights you, you get to move with it. And this is the expansiveness. So that's where they're saying you will be more expansive if you tune into that. So let me know how that feels. Yeah. Yes, you can release that. Where am I not tapping in? No, release that. No, where am I headed? Where am I moving to? What do I want to allow myself to step into? Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Okay, yes, you were highlighting my many creative interests. Okay, perfect. So yeah, because it felt like, it's like there are things that you want to, because there are things that we want to bring in, and then we kind of go, oh, that would be really good. And then we make up some weird story in our head as to why we need to delay it. Like, we have very good reasons, right? We have very good reasons. You're welcome. You're so welcome. It's about, they're saying collapsing timelines, pulling so imagine you've got a timeline of, oh, I can create this thing. If you really feel it and you're really, really wanting to pull that timeline into now, we get to manipulate the timelines. They're not even real structured things. We just get to move it in, pull it in, go, oh, I'm going to travel down that road now and create this thing. All right. Perfect. Good. Um, let's see. Oh, so Wisteria, yeah, there's more. I bet there is. Send me a message, yeah, and fill in the spaces. Yeah, good. Yeah, let me know. Good, good. Okay, so Arlene, Henry, we'd love some guidance on my business, next steps. I don't seem to be getting going. What is it I should be? What is it I should do next? Okay, thanks. Okay. So on that one, they want to bring it. They're gonna just say we're gonna give you an answer, but they want to bring you back into your power as well, because it's never about asking someone else about what to do next, because they want you to know you absolutely, this is how powerful you are. It's how powerful we all are. You have all the answers inside of you. So the first thing is to know that everything, all the answers, everything is contained inside of you, and you already know. It's just what it is the logical part of the mind comes in and clouds it, and we can't, we think that we can't access it and we think we can't see it. But they just want you to know that you absolutely can, but they're happy to give you some guidance anyway. So on your business, yeah, so next steps. Okay, so so they're saying blocking out the distractions, what other people are doing, and the comparison that we do, right? And in the online space, and I'm in it as well, entrepreneurial, creative business. It's so tempting, especially when your news feed is filled with other people doing similar. You look and you see what they're doing, and then you kind of compare it to what you're doing. So for you right now, it would really serve you, they're saying, to block out distractions, take a little bit of time, eh, tune into how this works for you, whether you just have a period of time in the day where you just don't, look at things, or you just limit it a little bit just for the next week, just to allow yourself time to tune in to what really is inside of you, that wants to come out, because this is where we get stuck. I used to do this like years when I first started. It was like I was following sort of blueprints or looking, just kind of modeling my stuff around what I thought was allowed, what other people were doing, until I was like, no, it's exhausting. So it's really, yeah, it's blocking out distractions, because then that gives you that time to tune in. So what I do, this may or may not help you, but I think you might have heard me say this, but I make sure in the mornings, like I always, because it's so tempting, you just go on social media and just see a load of people's stuff. So I really, really try and commit to this, where I tune into my own life and business before I go on social media. I decide what I'm creating, maybe a message I'm going to do later or something like that. I do my morning routines, and I tune in and I ask what is wanting to come out, what would light me up. Is it an event? Is it a program? Is it holding back right now? And I'm tuning into my energy. So if I went straight into kind of outside, it would be very, I've done it sometimes, and it's just hard to hear yourself think. So it's really having courage. You get to do this. You get to step out of the models that other people are using. Yeah, because if you're not getting going, there's a stuckness there, and it's usually because you're just following something that isn't aligned for you. So you get to figure that out. All right, lovely. So let me know how that feels. That's a very common one, very frustrating one as well, I know. But it's amazing, because when you feel that, it allows you to really step into what you're here for, because you're here for certain things, right? Definitely here for certain things. Um, Yeah. So yeah, let me know how that feels. Brett, any guidance regarding next steps with my business? Okay, let's see for you. Take a sip. So they're saying taking it up to the next level, whatever that means to you, because you're ready. They're saying that you're ready for an expansion of some kind. This could be something you already thought of. It could be something that's going to come through. Um, go bigger. Sometimes they're very direct. They're saying go bigger. You're here to expand, and you've done an amazing job to get to where you are. They want to commend you for that. But there's more. There's a lot more for you. So for you, they're saying, you might want to tune in. Yeah, so for you, it could be just a little bit similar to what I just said to Arlene, but making some space. Again, block everything out, and just get into a quiet space and start to like a brainstorm, like an intuitive kind of flow, and just flow out things that are calling you, ideas, directions. They're saying even if it doesn't make any sense, because you're being called to go bigger, more expansive somehow. Your mission is bigger than you've allowed it to be so far. So they're being a bit mysterious because they want you to, yeah, because a part of this process is for you to go through this process of discovering and tuning into it. Yeah, I love that. So you're, yeah, big, expansive, go bigger, go bigger. There's more. All right. Sometimes it's just sweet and straight in your face. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, let me know, Brett, how that feels. Lorraine, oh hey Lorraine, you're tuning in on YouTube. Oh, it's taken you ages to connect. Okay, you're here. Oh, it's so nice. You can see the replay if you've. Oh no, you came in pretty. I don't know what time you came in, but yeah. Oh, it's so nice to have you here. Okay, Tracy, like some guidance about the next steps I would take with regards to my health, please. Okay, let's see. Okay, so they're saying to slow it all down. Sometimes when you're on the journey for a while, you can almost get kind of overloaded with all these um, things that you could do for your health, things that could be the like magic ticket, right? This could help. Maybe this is what I need to do. And then you're identifying all these things that feel like they could be the route for you. This, you need this, you need this, you need this, and then it becomes overloaded, and it's like, where do you start? And then you just kind of like rabbit in the headlights, right? It's too much. So saying slow it all down. If you can do, yeah, they're saying like maybe do a little, could be a ritual, kind of some kind of like ceremony thing or meditation or a little something, but just some sort of act of just writing it down or just deciding, just releasing it, all of those ideas, and then getting into a place of choosing and deciding what it is that you actually want to do here, not in terms of which avenue, but choosing what you actually want to step into for your health, like making a very, very powerful soul-based decision, because sometimes we haven't done that yet. So, and I've had this come up in areas for me where I've said, I really want to do this and move over here, but I haven't fully decided it yet. Know that sometimes we have, you already know what you know on this, but sometimes we have reasons for holding that back. We don't really give ourselves full permission to be or have the thing that we want. So it always starts with a decision. So that could be your focus of, can you clear enough space to really, really commit to that decision for yourself? And they're saying just tune in because you're going to know what that is. All right, and obviously not going to like go into more detail on that for you now, but yeah, just see how that feels. All right, lovely. Yeah, I know where that is, because the decision is so powerful. It's like we've got to get to that point of like, you know what, I'm so sick and tired of this experience. I've lived it, I've experienced it, I've had enough now. I'm really ready to just experience something else. We've got to, I often find, for me personally anyway, I things don't really change unless I've fully decided like enough. You don't have to know how, but you have to decide, because otherwise we don't align with it. We don't line ourselves up with, because what will happen is when you really, really decide something, sometimes like a step will reveal itself. Talk about those stepping stones, right? So if you're on the stepping stones, you decide, that's you taking the first step, you decide, and then a stepping stone is going to come in and it will guide you. It could be guiding you back to something you already have access to, or something that you just cross paths with. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so Lisa, you were saying that's helpful because you don't have any ideas for your next goal. So getting into the moment. Yeah, may help me feel less directionless. Yeah. Sometimes it's not having the ideas. We almost feel like there's something wrong because we're not, when you've had a long time always having stuff come in and then you have this kind of nothing kind of quiet time. It's actually okay. We forget that it's okay, and just getting into the moment. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of few of you are like liking that being in the moment stuff. Yeah. Only time that exists is the present. It's so true. You do get so pink as you do this. Yeah, I do. I'm like really hot. Like it's such a high frequency. It's lovely, but it's like really hot. Um, okay. Yeah. So Brett's saying the book The Power of Now helps one be in the moment. Yeah, that's probably the most famous book I think on. There's a lot of people have written about the concept, but that's the big one, right? That people read. Yeah, because it denies us the win of being truly present. Yeah, yeah. Because it's one of those things that we can read about it. Like we all get it. We read about this concept, but actually living it really does take some practice. Really does, I think. I think it's very hard to stay that way because I certainly don't stay in the present. I'm much more present generally, more present in the moment, present in a conversation. But if you're on your own, your mind goes to places, and if you're creative and visionary and all of that, like you can, I go expansive sometimes, but that's okay. But it's also like bringing. Sometimes you can allow your mind to go off, but bring your body, like making sure you're breathing and being very grounded. That can really help. Okay. So Izzy, yeah, I'd like guidance on the next steps for my business. Oh, yeah, I've been seeing you out there in the world, shining your light. I love it. It's so lovely when I see you pop up. Okay, so guidance on your next steps. Hold on. Getting hot now. Um, okay. All right. So straight away, very, very clear for you because I think you've been doing quite a lot of stuff. So clarity on what you're offering would be helpful. Um, this is so just so you know, right? So what's flown in, I channel kind of angelic realm and high Arcturian council. They're kind of interchange, but I find, which really made me laugh, when we get into business and sort of marketing stuff, it's the angelic realm. And I don't know why it always makes me laugh because I think I had an idea about the angelic realm before, but now when I channel them, they're really badass at like marketing and like the stuff of the world. I don't know why it just makes me laugh. So they've just flowed in. They're flown in around this, and they're saying clarity on your offers. So sitting to now, they're saying because you've expanded so much on your visibility, shining your light, getting your confidence up. So it's to laser in and to sit and just start with one, whatever comes to you, and get really specific around for you. So it's more for you, so you can communicate it and start to receive clients and abundance from that. But starting to pick an offer and flesh it out, like what is it, make it more concrete. What is it, why is it so amazing, what do you know about this, and that it will help people expand and get yourself lit up. So almost like write a list out if you need, and just get really into the energy of what your specific offer is, and then it's going to fill you up with light, and then you'll just have to just, they say, pour it out into the world, and that will attract the right people. So it's just moving you on to the kind of really getting into that clarity. And they're saying you know this doesn't have to come from your head, it doesn't have to take a long time, and it's not difficult. It's just giving yourself take an afternoon and just sit somewhere lovely and just, yeah, tune into that, because it will light you up when you do that. Okay. Yes. So let me know how that feels for you. Yeah, it's kind of fun as well. I like doing that. That is fun. Um, yeah, so Darlene's just saying, yeah, good reminder to stay off tech when you wake up. Yeah, like it was a really to it's I just, what it feels like to me. It's like waking up and then walking into a room with loads of people at a busy party. Like, and I haven't even like, I'm kind of like still trying to open my eyes and I'm in my pajamas. That's what it feels like to me energetically. It's like, why would I do that? So I don't anymore. Um, so Arlene, okay, thanks so much, Marie. Just feel stuck. Yeah, not good at sitting and feeling into what my soul desires to do that day. I either get straight into the hustle or scroll, which puts me off. Yeah. So this for you and for many right now is part of breaking out of the box, because the box is the old mold. And if you look around, you might feel that you're surrounded by, I don't know, you can tune in, but you might feel that you're surrounded by a lot of people who are doing it that way. So I typically attract people in that are here to do it differently. So the fact that you're here and we've connected, and you're tuning into this is because you're here for something different. You're really not here. And this is for many of you, and you as well, if you're watching the replay, right? You're not here to follow the crowd. You're not here to follow the mold. So it's not easy because you're seeing the blueprint of what everyone else is doing. And maybe it's even working for them. Some of them, it's actually paying off for them because that's their energy. But most likely it isn't yours. And sure, how to know, try it and see. And if you find that it doesn't work for you, then you know what I'm saying is for you. So it is just about, so maybe reframe that. Maybe reframe that. You don't have to be good at sitting and feeling into things and forcing it. But what about if you gave yourself a gift of each day, I'm going to take like 15 minutes or something. It could be longer, could be shorter, like whatever. What if you gave yourself a gift of, it's almost like it's feeding yourself first, right? Which might sound selfish. It might feel like, oh no, you have to see to everyone else first. But it's just giving yourself a gift. Can you gift yourself 15 minutes where you just ask yourself, and you don't have to make this so serious or heavy. So little guidance as well is make it light. So what you can do is in these 15 minutes, if you don't like sitting and doing it kind of meditation style and super, that sometimes gets really super serious and heavy if you don't know and if you don't like it. You could sit for 15 minutes. You could light a little candle or not. I love candles. You don't have to. Put some music on in the background. It could even be uplifting kind of music that gets you in the vibe. And just ask yourself, like, what do I like? Right? What do I love? And part of this is getting to know yourself, so damn well that you know what you like. And sometimes that's the battle. And we don't even really know what our preferences are because we've been so busy tuning into everybody else. So that's maybe why it just doesn't feel so comfortable. And it's more that it's unfamiliar. So this is okay. This is absolutely okay, but you get to practice. So maybe just reframe that a little bit. Because if you kind of sit and force it, thinking you're not good at it, you're going to reject that anyway. So lighten it up, make the whole thing lighter and practice into, what do I like? What is my preference? If I could wave a wand, and this is where it really helps to get into your imagination. Like, we get very super serious and grown up. If we allow our imagination and we allow our creativity, right, to just, oh, if we could have anything we wanted, how would I love my business to look? If I could make money doing anything with my clients, what would I help them with? What would I love? Pick a random person on Facebook that you don't speak to, but you really admire them and go, oh, if they came to me as a client, what would I love to teach them? And get yourself lit up in that way. That's how you tap into your soul desires. It doesn't have to be any more complex than that. And it's totally within you, totally within your capacity to do that. Okay. So let me know. You're welcome, Brett. Makes sense. Okay, good. Good. Oh, I think Arlene, you might have already gone, but you can catch the replay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, have heard it said not to compare our insides with others' outsides, not a reasonable comparison. Yeah, we can't compare, right? Can't compare. So Tracy, thanks, Marie. That really resonates. I don't think I've fully decided yet, but I'm getting there. Yeah, that's the process. That's most. This is the good news. It's not always work hard, do all this stuff, like go crazy. I'd say a massive percentage of it is the decision, because that takes a while to make sometimes. We've got to release some of the stuff that gets in the way of us even deciding that we want it. But I tell you, decision. So that's a nice thing for you to focus on rather than trying to find the thing out there, right? Sit with that. Yeah. And you are getting there. Definitely. You're welcome. And I just jumped one. Oh, Bev. Hi, Bev. Oh, you're catching me live. Oh, so lovely. Thank you for joining. Yes, it's lovely. We only just connected recently, so welcome. Love to have new lovely souls we connect with. Isabella, lovely lady. Hi, Maria, guys. I'd love to know what I need to focus on now. Promoting the first book, publishing the second and third books, embodying light, or something else. Yeah, I've got book promotions. Yes, because I know that is like an expansive thing. I'm going to be looking into the same thing myself, like how to even do it. So amazing what you've done already with your first book. Oh, by the way, yeah, Isabella, put the link here if you can, if you're here, to your book. Your book is so amazing. Oh, if I had it, hold on. I'm going to see if I have it. Hold on a second. I do. Speaking of books, Isabella has written this most amazing book. So it's this. I'm going to just promote it right now for you. Putting on the Armor of God. It's amazing. Survival Handbook. Yeah. The Great Awakening, a New Earth. And I just say, I read this whenever it was maybe a few months ago now, but there's so much wisdom in here. So I just want to share that for you, for any of you that want to just check this out. It's like it made my head spin in the best possible way. It was like my head was spinning of all the information and things. Like it's one that you'd want to read probably a few times and go back into, because each part you could like live your life around, right? So you can't do it all at once, but it's such a beautiful book. I just want to share that. So that's Isabella's book. But yeah, let me channel. Yes, you can get it on Amazon. No, you're welcome. I promote it because I read it and I genuinely think it's just got so much amazing points, and it's fierce and powerful. It's not for the faint of heart. Definitely not. But that's not why you wrote it, And I know your energy. It's like it's fierce. I love it. Fierce and gentle all at once. So let's see for your book. So it was focusing. Okay. So kind of they're saying, okay, so bringing in some gentle energy around all of it. And this is you embodying your light. So they're saying you are embodying your light. That's not something you have to move towards. You are. They want you to know. They honor you. They want to acknowledge that you are. You've written a beautiful, amazing book. You are embodying your light. So in terms of your book, just bringing in some lightness around all of it. But you can. They're showing me like promoting this beautiful book can open up the doorway to lead people into your next book. So just thinking of the next one. So you've got two, publishing second and third books. Yeah. So saying just think about the second one, like just do one at a time will help you. And then expanding on the promotion of your second one will help you. Yeah, I'm going to message you, lovely lady, on that, because I've got I'm asking them similar stuff to mine, and I'm a bit on this process as I'm working it out. So let's have a conversation on that. Pop me a message, because I'll probably forget just because I'm channeling. But just pop me a message to remind me, and we'll have a chat about that. Like promote, and I can just help you out with that, because I'd love to help you anyway. And we'll get some more guidance on that. Okay, so let me know. Yeah, just pop me a private message, and then we can go back and forth and we can chat. Okay. So I love the light that appears by your head. I know it's reflection, but it passes in front of your face sometimes. You'll have to watch the replay. Oh yeah, I can see that there's a funny little light that comes from there, but I guess I'm trying to like so it's not distracting, but it adds to the energy. So we'll chat. Thank you, Naya. Thank you. I think that's everybody, right? So I'll just see if there's anything else that wants to come through. I think if I have missed you, just comment now, because I think I've gone through everyone, but just comment if I've missed you. And they want to just bring in a little bit of like a kind of little mini clearing activation, just to shift some of the energies, just to complete this session. So we'll do that in a second. I'll just make sure no one else, I haven't missed any of you. Let's see. Mhm. I wear glasses, which is why I'm like, I should have my glasses on. Ah, okay, one more. Yeah, Bev, yeah. If you feel drawn, I would love a little guidance around my work. Yes, absolutely. So Bev, yes, let's have a look. And then we'll do a little group clearing activation. Okay, so Bev, guidance around your work. Okay, so first word that came in was like expansion. It's time for expansion. Of course it is. That's why you're here. Let's see what they say, because they said that with like excitement. Okay, so they're just saying it's time to go bigger and bolder and to be seen by more people. So they want to commend you on your journey again of getting to this point in your work, all that you've done, all that you've moved through to get here. But there's an expansion coming in for you. They just before they get into that, they want to let you know that everybody who's tuned in here, who's here on the replay and watching here on live and watching the replay, an expansion is here for everyone. Like, this is not just for some individuals, it's available for everyone. But how they've just tuned in is just a couple of you have asked certain things, and this is just the piece that you're really like. Brett, you were one of them that it's like it's time to go bigger. You all have this. They just want you to know that it's not just for a couple, but it's just they're tuning into the real piece that's coming up. So Bev, for you, it's expansion. And they're saying just tuning into yourself about how you feel with the visibility piece and seeing if there's anything there that you feel that you are holding yourself back on, or is there anything that feels uncomfortable around that. Just and they're saying just to bring it up into the light so you can see it, because it may or may not be something you've considered, but they want you to know that you're here to be seen. um, and what that looks like depends on how you would like it to be and what you're allowing, and how you're allowing your reach and impact to be, because it's basically whatever we decide, it's however we want to do it. So they want you to know that you are here for expansion and to kind of elevate into being seen on a higher level, big, like a more, like a wider audience. I love that. I love the whole visibility thing, because I've been on such a journey with it and I still am. I continue and I will continue. So I feel that I really, so let me know how that feels for you. Cause yeah, so that's great. So you're here for just being seen by more people, um, with your gifts, your talents, your healing abilities, things that you have inside of you. You have so many, you have light inside of you. This is why you're here, to share that with people. So I'm so glad that we connected, because it's only very recently, I think I love that we just like connect online, with the right people at the right time. Okay, great. So yeah, let me know how that resonates. Okay, so what are we going to do? So they want to just help, just to like lift up and release. And some of you who've been in my private group, the Awake Revolution Soul Team, you're familiar with this. We've done something similar. They just want to help again to just lift up the energy. So when you're ready, just going to energetically do it just for a couple of minutes, just taking a breath. It makes sense. Okay, good. Good. I'm so glad. Massive expansion for you. Okay, so just taking a breath all the way in and exhaling. Okay. So okay, so we're going to do a very mini version. Oh, we did a longer version of this in my group. So we're going to do a little mini version. So we're just going to imagine that there's a big hoop, like a hula hoop or a circle in front of you. So if you want to close your eyes, it might feel easier to just tune in. Just closing your eyes and just imagining kind of a big silver hoop in front of you. And we're just going to invite you to energetically remove and take out anything from your energetic pockets that no longer serve you, things that you're done with, things that you've had enough of. So, whatever your flavor of that. So, it could be holding yourself back, feeling that heavy weight, feeling pressured, feeling directionless, whatever the thing is, whatever the thing that doesn't serve you anymore, lack of clarity, not being sure, whatever it is. You just want to imagine emptying your pockets and just placing it all with love into that hoop in front of you. We're just going to just allow that process, and just even with your intention. And as you do that, we're just going to help you take off the armor. And again, a lot of us are holding this armor. It just doesn't belong anymore. So imagining, if you want to even just do it with your hands or in your mind, just imagining taking off the coat around you. Imagining this coat is made of armor. I'm just going to take it off, peel it off, and throw it in the hoop in front of you. Taking a breath. Exhaling, and then taking off that armor, so around your head, because a lot of us are having these kind of heavy helmets. They're weighed down with thoughts and ideas, beliefs, other people's things, limited ways of perceiving any of the old outdated stuff. So just imagining we're just lifting, so we're going to lift it off energetically for you, and you can do it as well, just placing it off your head, taking it off and throwing it into the hoop in front. Okay. And just taking a breath all the way in and exhaling. Okay, so we're going to do a quick clearing. So in the hoop in front of you, we're just bringing in highest frequency golden light just to transmute all that is in front of you. And we're just transmuting that and moving the energy of it. So it's just moving into its highest form. And as this is happening, just bringing in a column of divine golden light through the crown, top of your head, all the way down through your crown, and it's just moving down like a wave. So just relax and breathe and just receive this. It's just moving down through your face, just slowing everything down, clearing everything through your throat chakras, through your heart space, all the way down this golden wave, moving through. And as it's moving through, it's just clearing out any little pebbles, any little stones of heaviness, clearing out all the way down through your body, down all your chakras, all the way down through your spine, down through your arms, tips of your fingers, down through your legs, into the earth, through your feet. So just surrounding you in this golden light, and it's just waving through your system. And just release, release, release. We're just releasing, releasing, releasing. And in front of you, everything inside that hoop is just being transmuted in the same golden frequency. It's just release, release, release. Okay, and just making the decision right now that you just let go of all the old, anything old that is now ready to be released. So just say, I now release whatever needs to go. Okay. Okay, good, good, good. And we're just kind of bringing in a blast. So that's kind of like brightening up. So we're going to bring in this fresh energy of the purest white light. So they're just showing me it's just surrounding you, surrounding your body, surrounding the room, infusing the room that you're in, and it's permeating through the rest of your home. So your whole home gets an uplift. We're moving it down through your energy field. So it's just all around you. So it's kind of like all around the side of you, going down around your body, like almost like a bubble, just moving around, highest bright light, and it's just bringing in some fresh energies. So as you're hearing my words, these are just activating your energy field. You're receiving where you need to receive it. You're bringing in the fresh energies, fresh movement, fresh flow. We're bringing in clarity, calmness, creativity, trust, faith, love, knowing, activating you wherever you're ready to be activated into your next step. Okay, just hold that there for a moment. We're just going to continue in the background. Okay, and when you're ready, just take a beautiful breath all the way in. And as you exhale, just let it all go. Okay, good. And then just stretch. So just move your arms up and out and just stretch it out. Okay. And when you're ready, if your eyes are closed, just open your eyes and just kind of move your body. Just it was just a very gentle, quick one. So this may feel more light. So just allow your body to move. Let me know how you feel. Drink some water. Always drinking water when we're just moving any kind of energy, doing any energy or intention work. Hmm. And they want to just give you a little transmission. I'm just going to wrap up with a little transmission. So yeah, let me know how that feels. Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome, Brett. You're absolutely welcome. Okay, so they want to, this is part of an activation just to receive these words. They want to remind you. So we want to remind you, dear one, watching this, tuning in now to this live stream or on the replay, that you are an incredibly powerful, potent soul. We know you, we see you, we cherish you. We've been with you in some capacity throughout your lives. This is why you are here, and this is why you are now receiving our words. We want to remind you of the power that you hold inside of you. We want to remind you that even though life has its challenges sometimes, you are here to bring an anchor in your light into the earth plane. You are highly significant. You are needed. You are doing it each and every moment of your existence. And yes, you also get to create while you are here. You get to create and dance and play and move in the directions of your choosing. You get to move away from what the masses are doing whenever it feels like the right course of action for you. You came here with a knowing, you came here with knowledge and a higher consciousness from distant lands, from distant star planets, star systems for some of you, faraway places, that you have embodied a higher consciousness and a more uplifting way for humanity. And so you have come on the earth plane to share your gifts in all different capacities. It does not matter what your job title is, it does not matter what you do to earn your living. It does not matter whether you feel that you are visible or not. You are, each and every one of you, doing it in your own divine ways. Every single one of you, we know as you tuning into this message, and these messages and words are being received by you now, there is no accident in this. Your soul has allowed you to connect into this space, into this here and now, to receive these words. There is no accident, there is no coincidence. And we love you so much. We want you to know that we are here to help and guide you. And your souls, you as souls, also can connect into yourself at this level. And so you always have the guidance and wisdom that you need inside of you. Remember to breathe, remember to play, remember to dance, remember to bring lightness to situations and circumstances whenever you can. And at the same time, go easy on yourselves. Allow yourselves to feel whatever feelings need to come up. Many of you are processing, releasing. You are letting go of the old structures. You are letting go of the old ways of being and moving into a very new vibration. And so sometimes allowing these moments, allowing yourselves to move through, and knowing and trusting that all is well. You are doing it. And we love you. Okay, that is it. That is complete. Okay, so we hope that you've enjoyed the messages. Thank you, all of you who have stayed for the duration. That is a long, like a film. It's like a movie, right? An hour and a half. So thank you. I appreciate every single one of you. I really, honestly, genuinely do. If you've taken the time, I feel that our time is, and our energy is, the most precious resource. So you've chosen to tune in to me and these messages. I fully appreciate it. So thank you for being here. And I've enjoyed it. I love it. So if you're not in my private group, because this is where, for those of you who don't know, I do shorter than this, but I do a couple a month generally of channeled messages and things for my group members. So come and join us in there, the Awake Revolution Soul Team on Facebook. But connect, I'd love to stay connected with you. And for those of you, if you do want to do a deep dive, this is a very deep sort of dive session where we go into activations and very direct, detailed messages. There's a link above, I think, if you're on Facebook, and if you're on YouTube, in the description of the video, to book a session. It's a very transformational single session. Yeah, very transformational. Have a read on the page for that. And then, yeah, so I guess the best way to connect is in my private group, and also wherever we're already connected. So thank you. You're welcome. Oh, thank you, Isabella. You're very welcome. Love to you all. And Darlene, I adore you too. I love all of your energies. You're very welcome. Yeah, I'm going to rest now. It's like, what is it, 9:30, 9:35 p.m. So I'm going to what am I going to do now? I'm going to just probably just chill out. I don't know, go and chat to Michael. Yeah, I don't know, just chill out. See, not even going to plan it. You're welcome, Tracy. So thank you for joining me. I love it. And I've got to say, I was a bit like a bit nervous doing it on my profile, because I'm here like out in the world on my Facebook page. For everyone, because I just wanted to kind of open up for anyone. And I know a lot of people will watch the replay later, so it's nice to kind of do it, but it was a little bit nerve-wracking because I've mainly done it inside my private group. So thank you all for being here. I fully appreciate you. So lots of love, and yeah, we will talk again soon. Right, have a great rest of your day or evening whenever you're watching, and speak to you soon.